Hello friends, in this video I'm going to discuss introduction to Ralph Waldo Emerson and his writing style, and he is included in your syllabus, and you will discuss his essay Self-Reliance. So to understand his essay we must understand his writing style, and his writing style is reflected in his essay as well. So let's start it by a brief intro to Emerson. Ralph Waldo Emerson, he was born on 25 May 1803 and died on 27 April 1882. Right, and he was an American lecturer, essayist, poet, and philosopher. And so do not need to go in detail of his personal life, right? And he formulated his philosophy of transcendentalism in his most famous essay Nature. So we'll see his concept of transcendentalism as well, his intuition and transcendentalism in his essay Self-Reliance. And Emerson, he was also an important member of Romantic movement of America as well. Right, this is his biography, his family life and early life details which are not required, and we'll discuss his writing style. So his writing style, his works are based on entirely new ideas of transcendentalism. Transcendentalism, moving beyond something, breaking the limits, right? So mysticism is also there, and Emerson focuses on his idealistic philosophies, right? His idealistic philosophies and true relationship of man with God and nature. And Emerson's rich expression and keen observation is there, and he emphasizes on the obscure and complex concepts, and directness, clarity, careful development of new ideas is there, and illustrates the difficult ideas with a metaphor and analogy as well. And perception of individual to broad generalization, use of common words and maxims in his writings, and his language and emotions attain the peak of expression with his rhetorical style. And his various things greatly influence Emerson's writing. The most significant among them is Unitarianism, right? And characteristics of his work include, he talks about the truth of man, God, nature, and existence, and the way, right? It's not important. Yes, Emerson outlooks was highly humanistic. Yes, humanism is found means love for humans, right, and humanity, to believe in the oneness of God. And Emerson is the notion of equality among men, and he liked extraordinary abilities of human beings, especially his focus on individualism, right? He believed in the individual and how the society is a hurdle in the development of an individual. Will discuss in his essay Self-Reliance, where he totally focus on individual and suggesting abilities, and right, and every man, he believes that every man has hidden talents, and true art is only possible if a man has strong belief that, if a man has strong belief in himself, right, that somewhere his art will be admired at best. And he also talks about the restrictions imposed on individual by society, civilization, materialism, institutions that greatly affect the abilities of an individual, and Emerson's view of the essential link between the man, God, and nature, and made him the exact status of individual. And he also talks about the inconsistencies between daily life experiences and philosophy as well. And it also includes the poet, history, education, art, science, reforms, politics, and individual life, and all these subjects in the framework of transcendentalism. So here we go, we can sum up his writing style as, this is his essay Self-Reliance, right? So he discovers one true self, right? The major focuses of this essay include discovers one true self, right? Don't conform to the social expectation, right? He emphasizes to be non-conformatory, do not follow the traditions, right? Just break through transcendentalism. Intuition I'll discuss later on, right? Intuition means follow your inner self, follow your own voice but not the charge. And he said that be honest in your relationship with others, relationship with God. And he believed that society has an adverse effect on individual, society as a hurdle for the growth of an individual. And he prefers solitude, individualism. Solitude contributes to individual spirit. And he believes that history is just a biography of powerful figures. And his philosophical basis of self-reliance, intuition and transcendentalism. And he just believed that regret for the past should be avoided and live in the present moment. And his focus is on individualism, such as in the beginning of the essay self-reliance. It begins with this phrase, right? It's a Latin phrase, ne taques. What is this? Ne Tequesivers extra, which means that don't seek outside, look within. So he prefer individualism. And apart from that, the major themes in his writing include transcendentalism, reasoning, intuition and spirituality. And other themes include trust yourself, inconsistent. Right, inconsistent means if you have do not remain to or stick to the one opinion, right? If you have some new ideas, just go for them and do not be conformed or do not follow the traditions of the society. Be non-conformist or unorthodox, you can say. And he insists on he believed that insist on yourself, be yourself, follow your inner self, intuition, right? And he believes that society is the way, society is a hurdle in the growth of an individual. And he said that avoid following others blindly. And hope and optimism in yourself, belief in yourself, self-reliance, conformity is death to individual. So this is about Emerson, and I'll discuss his essay self-reliance in detail as well.